Hello everyone, this is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. And I want to say, remember to check out the notes below this video. I have a lot of interesting information. One thing you might find down there is my Twitter handle, TechBalt, Techbalt. You can find me on Twitter that way. Remember, and I tweet out a lot of pertinent articles. Remember to subscribe to this channel, spread the word about the pound halving hype. We're going to have another halving hype video soon enough because we're a month away from the halving now. Anyway, I want to talk about why people try to discredit Bitcoin and the increase that's about to happening and who's going to do it and where you'll see it. So there are people out there who are promoting stories about, and they will be. You'll be reading stories about this, I'm sure, about Bitcoin mining scams, because there are some mining scams out there, of course. Investment scams, and of course there are some Bitcoin investment scams. China dominating Bitcoin, I'll get to that later. That now the media isn't covering Bitcoin enough, so that means Bitcoin is failing. There was actually just an article, I will link to that article, that said something like that. Drugs, pornography, well, that's easy. Those are easy things. That's what they said about the internet also. But you'll be hearing more about that with Bitcoin, I'm sure. That the blockchain is real and Bitcoin doesn't matter. We've been hearing that for a little while, but that'll increase. That'll increase soon. Now, some people do this because they're trying to prop up their own cryptocurrency. Now, I like Ethereum. I think it's very interesting. I own Ethereum. But there are Ethereum people, insane Ethereum people out there who think that ripping on Bitcoin is going to, and bringing up those topics, is going to help Ethereum. And in the long run, it's going to hurt Ethereum because right now, so few people know about Ethereum, more people know about Bitcoin, and the term cryptocurrency is basically affiliated with Bitcoin. So if you rip on Bitcoin, you're ripping on cryptocurrency, and yet you are a cryptocurrency. So that's a bad move. That's a bad move if you want adoption beyond the little click. So I hope Ethereum people don't stoop to that level, and Bitcoin people shouldn't rip on Ethereum either while we're at it. But this is about people attacking Bitcoin. So anyway, other people are going to bring up these stories because they're trying to depress the price of Bitcoin now that it's rising because they want to buy Bitcoin. Makes sense, but that's not very nice to rip on something that you want to buy. And maybe in the long run, if you do a good enough job of ripping on it, maybe you could seriously hurt it for a period of time. So that's not a good idea, guys. Don't do that. But I'm giving reasons why people do insane things and rip on Bitcoin. China, we talked about. China does not actually dominate 92% of the Bitcoin market. You keep hearing about this 92% thing, and people bring it up because everyone associates China with bad things. You don't want to be dominated by China, or else you're corrupt, or else you're a Ponzi scheme, or whatever. And that actually is not true. I think people have a bias against China because the Chinese government is no good. But Chinese people, we shouldn't be ripping on Chinese people. Are fine. They're trying to get out of their repressive government's way. Well, the 92% line, if you read that 92% line in an article, which I'm sure you have lately, that article loses most of its credibility because people are just repeating this same thing over and over again. The Chinese exchanges are in a competition against each other, and they lie about their numbers in order to make the other one seem bigger than the other one. They're going back and forth. So they just keep on inflating the numbers completely. And they do other things also that inflate the numbers, and people don't research this. So they go with this China controls 92% of Bitcoin BS. It's BS. It's great to see Bitcoin haters increase though, because If you have haters, it means you're controversial. It means you're disrupting the system, and I'm all about disruption. And you're doing something. You're actually doing something. So don't mind the haters, but understand their techniques and understand why they're doing it and be able to recognize their techniques and either just ignore them, or if you want to leave a comment like, hey, dude, you're just repeating the same 92% line. What the heck are you talking about? Do that also. So that's what's in store for the next month in terms of attacks, which will increase on Bitcoin in various media sources planted by various people for various reasons that we just went over. I'm Adam Meister. I'll talk to you later.